Good morning, Miss Newsroom.
It's Andrew, James.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Not too bad. Little bit of words about Parry Sound going around over the last couple of days.
A little bit of words. It's like the world is abuzz about Parry Sound this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Which, isn't always a bad thing, right?
No, it's not a bad thing at all. This is the best thing that's happened in tourism in years.
Wow. So, first of all, let's do a little bit of background on it. So, last week you invited some people up to do kind of a campaign about the area. Explain why or how that campaign got started.
Well, what we had, James, was a FAM tour, and Bear Claw Tours was part of it. So was Georgian Bay Airways, Air Rider Hovercraft, as well as Glen Burnie Lodge. And it was orchestrated by the Ontario Tourism Marketing Partnership Corporation through their Outdoor Adventure Power Sports Group. And so that was planned for last week. I believe it was the 23rd and 4th. So people arrived on the 22nd, and we went from there. We started off down at the airport doing some videoing and pictures, and ended up at Bear Claw Tours doing dirt bikes and as well as hovercraft and ATVs and interviews.
Okay, and what's the theme of the campaign?
The theme of the campaign is basically the outdoor power sports industry and what there is to be offered in Parry Sound.
Which is a lot, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I think of course I'm biased, but I think we're the center of the universe here in terms of what we have in our beauty and our natural wilderness.
So, a little bit of controversy about at least one of the quote-unquote models that came up. How did she get into the mix?
I think, the organizers of this, which was the OTMP, take a look at what's the best way that we can get expertise in terms of both people that know the equipment they're riding on. And Letitia Klein is the person you're referring to. She's a former Playboy model, has an extensive background in the power sports industries in the United States in terms of motocross racing, in terms of marketing, and has for years, and is actually has her degree in psychology and financial management. She's very well spoken, writes a lot of blogs about this topic. So she was chosen to come up and represent that, as was Amy Hood from Winnipeg, who is a professional motocross racer, and our very own Parry Sound Shelby Mahan, who is a snowmobile racer, were the three that we wanted to use to promote our product.
So the newspaper article that was put out yesterday from the Toronto Star, kind of saying that it was inappropriate to use these for this purpose. So what do you guys think?
Well, they quoted an email from Kim Christian, and we don't know who this person is, male or female. There is no contact information. It's a blind email that came and was directed to probably about 20 or 30 people in the government, as well as in the tourism industry, as well as the press. So we have no idea who this person was. The facts are misguided. The misguided facts were quoted by the Toronto Star reporter, which is odd that those sources weren't checked, because usually you would expect that from them. And so it has taken on a life of its own, and there's been no background work done on the people that were actually used in the shoot or the companies. So from having our own company, Bear Claw Tours, dragged through the mud on this, I'm not very happy about that innuendo from this Kim Christian person. Have no idea if he or she exists.
Right. You're not the only one who's a little bit upset about it. The model in question has released a few statements on social media and things like that, just about how she has been upset about the model, how she's been upset about the whole article. Mm-hmm. Just kind of the view that people are taking.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I think I would be too if I was personally attacked like that, and it's ridiculous in this day and age that someone gets attacked for their looks. Didn't anyone look at what the professional qualifications for these people were? It's ridiculous.
Right. So the campaign, I know that it has been toned down on the Ontario website, the Ontario Travel Tourism website, been toned down a little bit. How do you feel about that? Having to retract a little bit of the statement.
Well, the OTMP, you're right. They changed the website that it was referring to, Edgy Adventures, was toned down a bit, which I don't agree with. I think it was fine the way it existed, but the government has to be politically correct, and sometimes being politically correct, they take misguided steps, and I think that was one of them.
So after all of this, the campaign in general, and then all of this backlash, how do you feel that it's going to affect tourism here in Parry Sound?
I think we've reached a watershed, James. What's happened here is people are finally understanding that tourism, specifically attractions in tourism, are more akin to entertainment than they are to perhaps the service industry of accommodations. And in entertainment, I think we have found there's a much better way to market our products, whether that be here or right across Canada, as products that are entertaining. So we're from now on going to take a look at how we launch our attractions more like launching a movie or a musical or something that has to do with the entertainment world, because we're really very, very close to that. And this has sort of brought that up in spades. So I think you can look for a different kind of tourism marketing effort in the future.
And will us here in Parry Sound see any of these edgy adventure ads?
Yeah, you're going to see them all across our social media, which has, has widespread use, whether that be Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. You're going to see that come right across those. You will probably see some stuff on television, but we're not quite sure about that. This is coming through the OTMPC, so they haven't even produced the product yet. We have, if you were to look up Bear Claw Tours or my name, you would see that there's some videos of the making of the video. So I'll give you a little sneak peek there, some pictures. But yeah, we're going to see that here.
Excellent. Anything further, whether it be about the campaign or anything else about the backlash that we haven't covered yet?
No, I'd like to see you get an interview with Kim Christian.
Yes, that would be, that is in the works. And,
see if you can pull that out of your hat.
Kidding. Thanks a lot, Andrew. I appreciate it.
Take care, man. Bye-bye.
Bye.